hate the burden of having to talk about my transness on the first or even the second date.
Wow. You would let me take you out twice.
Well, this is the ideal.
Right. And not say, just so you know.
If we met out and about, yeah, I'm more likely to hold off longer. Now, online, if I'm like on an app or something, I put it in my profiles. Like, I don't play that game.
No, but if I met you at a bar, restaurant, whatever, Raquel's so beautiful, can I take you out? Sure.
It varies, but I'm not going to be like, can you take me out? Sure. Oh, by the way, I'm trans. Like, I might do that, but I don't feel obligated to do that all the time.
It's interesting that you say you don't feel obligated.
Men and women, but mainly men, what y'all think about that? Do you think that a trans person should tell you on the first date, as soon as you meet them, on the second date, on the third date, they don't have to tell you at all? What do you guys think?
This is one thing I will never understand about people who are transgender. You can be whoever the fuck you want to be. If you were born a guy and you decided, hey, I want to be a woman, you've always felt that way, by all means, go get the whatever the fuck and become that. And vice versa. But once you do that shit, you have to understand that you have to reveal that information to guys who are straight. Because I think I speak for all straight men when I say, we are not sexually interested in anybody at any point in time who was a male. Now, if this young man is on the DL, hey, completely different story. Go for what you know. But you want people to accept you for who you are. But you don't want to accept that simple, very simple fucking concept. I'm not saying you can't be friends with a guy, but you at least got to let them know so they can make the decision whether or not to fuck with you on that level or not. Because if not, you playing with fire.
Yes, you should definitely nip that in the bud however you think you can or should do it. Because I feel like if that person is not interested in a trans person in any way, shape, or form, that is a lot of time and money wasted and invested in you that they can't get back.
Okay, so people are really going to disagree with me on this, but I don't think trans people are obligated to tell the people that we're dating that we're trans. At least not right away. Think about it. In the context of dating and in society in general, cis people aren't expected to disclose private, sensitive, intimate details about what they have between their legs before they even meet people and right up front. I mean, I'm not on dating apps asking dudes how big their dick is so I can decide whether or not I like them before even giving them a chance. So why are trans people expected to provide a detailed rundown of our entire medical history and all the surgeries we've had and give extensive details about what's between our legs immediately when that same expectation is not placed on cis people? It's honestly ridiculous, absurd, and transphobic. My belief is this: if you are really that adamantly opposed to dating a trans person, you should put it in your profile that you are against dating trans people, and you should make it a point to ask all potential partners and dates whether or not they're trans. The onus should be on you, not on the trans person. Now, with that being said, I do think that as trans people, we should tell new partners about our transness before things become intimate. And that's really more for safety reasons than anything else. You don't want there to be any surprises, and you don't want to potentially put yourself in an unsafe or dangerous or volatile situation. Ultimately, as a trans woman, I think it's up to me to decide when I'm ready to share my full story and my truth with someone. I don't think I owe it to anyone to tell them right away or on the first date, second date, third date. It's completely up to me. And In order for me to want to share my deepest truths with someone, they have to build trust with me and make me feel safe enough to be able to do that. So honestly, I'm sorry you can call me a fraud, a liar, say I'm out here trying to trick guys, but I don't think I have to tell anyone that I was born male until I'm ready and I feel comfortable doing so.
When is the right time to tell someone that you are trans? The short answer is soon, but I want to discuss two options under that umbrella. And so the first soon is you like to tell them that you're trans before you continue actively dating them. And the reason for this is you're someone that values your time. You don't want to waste your time. You don't want to waste their time. And you don't want to spend time and energy on someone that may choose to stop dating you. And so that's a very valid reason. That is not wrong. The other soon is you like to tell them after you've kind of gotten to know them a little bit. You can tell that there's a spark between the two of you, that there is some chemistry. And the reason for this is before telling them that you're trans, you simply want to know like if y'all even like each other. And this is also a perfectly valid way of going about this as well. And so either soon works. And so when we start getting into the how to have this conversation, which works for either situation, one way to do it, which is the most common, is just to simply have a direct conversation with them about it. That could be face to face. That could be over the phone, through a phone call, or you can do a video call. But whatever you do, do not do it over text, because sometimes it's hard to determine someone's emotional state or to interpret their response, and things can be taken out of context. And so we don't want that. And so whatever you do, do not do that over text message. The second way, which is a little bit more indirect and is really good for those that struggle with broaching this conversation with others. So if you have a social media profile and it is obvious on your social media profile that you're trans, one way to do it is to say something like, hey, I'd like to get to know you, or continue getting to know you, depending on which soon you use. And so I like to share my social media profile with you so you can learn a little bit more about me. And once you're done, I'd love to have a conversation about it. And this is great because it says the thing without saying the thing. And so like when you all get together to talk, the only thing you're talking about is whether or not they'd like to continue dating you. And so like, I hope that works for someone. But I do want to leave you with this. If they decide to not continue dating you because you're trans, please do not hold that against them. That is simply their dating preference. That's not saying that they dislike trans folks or LGBTQ folks or you. They're simply saying like, no, I prefer not to date trans folks, and that's fine. Let them go about their merry way, you go about your merry way, and everyone's happy.
Don't waste my time. Transgender people, I think you should tell a person up front. Give them the option to choose. Most times, what I'm hearing anyways, is most times, shoot, these men be like, okay, and let's get it on.
I would not even flirt with someone without them knowing. I've had friends say, if you want to get someone, you're struggling, and, people are transphobic, why tell them in the first place? There is not a person on earth who deserves my body if they don't accept me for who I am. The idea of kissing someone, let alone sleeping with someone, without knowing right off the bat that they accept me for who I am, makes me want to spew vomit. And of course, there's the other spectrum of like, well, you should tell them anyways, because that's a trust thing. And yeah, sure, whatever, I get it. I don't care about that. I don't care about the person who I'm with. I care about respecting myself for who I am. There are some who will say, after the first date or something, because a lot of times people, if they're dating somebody who's trans for the first time, it can be awkward and they can deny it. Whereas if you have that first date, get them a little more comfortable, then tell them, there's a better chance that they're going to be okay with it.
Give people the option to choose. And that's how I feel about it. If you like this video, give your girl a like, boo. Don't forget to subscribe, and I hope to catch you in the next one.